the air.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and kittens, welcome back to the dark side of the Podocasts. Thank you very much. Podcasts, your home for rational crypto news and objectivity, leaving emotion at the door, talking about what we like, why we like it, and where we see it going. We are not offering financial advice. We are telling you what we do, and that is all. We don't slow down. We don't let up. Full speed is our only speed. I'm your host, Scott, pragmatic investor who has won and lost fortunes. Joining me, as always, is the greatest producer of all time, the one, the only, the original, the mighty Belle. How are you doing today, Belle?
You know what? This is different for me. I'm not used to controlling the buttons.
You're not used to handling the tech. No. Well, we have to do it. I sat in the chair, and once I sat in the chair, I was like, fuck, why don't I do them all like this? Because I could just zoom that camera in, cut you completely out, and just sit in a good, comfortable chair as I'm doing this. And I was like, why are we not doing that?
I think people might get a little upset with you if you cut me out.
Well, I mean, hit the other button right next to the button that you have right now. Go ahead and hit it. There, see, now you're not cut out. In fact, now you're center stage. As a matter of fact, you cut me out. And I'd like to point out exactly how mad I am about that right now. Which is not at all, because I don't care, man. The easiest thing to do out here, audio podcast, Bell, it's always been audio podcasts and there's a reason that so many people have podcasts, because it's easy. All right, you fire up you fire up your encoder, you hit record, and you talk into the microphone. You don't have to worry about stage setup, camera setups, lighting, none of it matters. You don't have to set frames. That's why Twitter Spaces are so popular and so easy, because there's really not a lot of technical relevance that you need to be able to do it. So with us doing it like this, it's we've raised the bar out here for a long time. We'll continue to raise the bar as I take over the other half of this and turn it into a massive studio, which is probably going to happen. It's just not going to happen right now. I'll get to it when I get to it. The market's down. It's in the shitter right now. I'm not going to go outlay a whole bunch of capital kind of chasing that stuff down. But I have been, and by the way, guys, this one's different. Obviously, I'm going to sit here very, very comfortable and casual. I was accused of racism last night with Emery on the stream. Anybody who's over on the Discord, I'm sure you guys saw the messages that were posted up there. So apparently, it didn't occur to me. Did not occur to me that setting up a studio and putting in a comfy chair for an in-studio guest, which we're not really equipped for, would lead to racism. So that was new to me. I couldn't even answer it. I don't know, what the fuck are you talking about?
The ironic part, and Emery could verify this himself. We had him sit in one of the chairs up here. He didn't like the way it felt. We offered him a regular bar stool. He didn't like it. He picked that one.
And now I understand why, because this is a really, really nice chair. But it's impossible. It is absolutely impossible to defend yourself when you're accused of racism. You can't disprove a negative. I mean, it doesn't work that way. So, once it's out there, it's out there. But I do appreciate, I think it was New Type and Sith Lord. I do appreciate you guys going up to that Twitter, to that thing and kind of hammering
Sith Lord and Toot.
Yes. Thank you very much, guys. Like Emery and I have been associates, friends for years and years. We've done Ren fairs together. We've broken bread. We're in business together. We've done all of these things. But once it's out there, it's out there. So I thought, let's change it around. But see, now it's going to be Scott's pandering. I'm pandering to the female, and because if I choose to sit in this chair, then I'm doing it to try to make a point that I'm pandering. And the only point I'm trying to make is that this is much more comfortable under my ass than those bar stools. I like them. They're good. They're high quality. You guys can take a look for yourself. But not the most comfortable thing I've ever sat on. And I'm getting old and I have a fat ass. So it's just more comfortable putting it on a nice little comfortable cushion like this.
I mean, wow. Yeah, comfort rules. Come on.
It does. Oh, and tonight's stream is brought to you by who are we getting?
This one is Bondstone Bourbon Whiskey Toasted Barrel. It's a Kentucky straight.
And what's the proof on it?
This one is 90 proof.
90 proof. So this isn't the most violent one that we got. We have kind of a benefactor here at the podcast, John Pilot. Just a real hard ass kind of guy, but he's kind of been our benefactor here, and he gets bored and he goes out and he hits these liquor store demos, where you get the manufacturer guys in there and the tasters and all that stuff. He doesn't even drink bourbon. I don't think he's ever had it because he's a tequila guy. So
which I don't get. I mean, come on, tequila.
Tequila sucks. I'm sorry. The best shit in the world. I don't care what it costs. I'm going to drink it and gag. I don't like it.
Many a bad decision has been made because of tequila.
Tequila makes her clothes fall off. Is that the one?
Well, okay. And usually by the time you're hitting tequila, you've already mixed a lot of other alcohols. The tequila is the finishing touch that just pushes that over the edge. No.
Oh, yeah, and I'm not disagreeing. That's just liquid Viagra. The once or twice when I had it in my Navy youth, and that's what it was expected of you, is that you're supposed to go up there and drink tequila. So if I'm out and if they give it to me, you bet I'm going to drink. I'm a man. And, but, ick. It doesn't work for me.
Yeah, not it. No. I can't stand tequila.
No, but the bourbon, this particular one, is actually quite good. 5-year aging on it. It's got a little bit of smoke to it. It's a little bit rich. It's not at all ethanol-y. So it is a well-aged bourbon. I guess, what did it say? Roast toasted barrel.
Yeah.
So they burn the inside of the barrel before they put the booze in, so you get all of that good wood grain flavor in there, and yeah, it's quite good. I recommend
oak it. Really comes through in that one. It's amazing.
I'm not even gonna guess what the cost of this is. John is a very, very life's been good to him. John works hard, man, and his timing is excellent. So I would put the price tag. It's, I don't know, maybe $120, $130 a bottle. I think it's probably close. Belle could look it up, but it's worth it. I mean, it really does have a really, really nice taste.
And no, I am not going to look that up because this was a gift, and you don't do that with gifts. You don't.
John is stupid rich. I don't care what he spends on the booze that he sends me. Thank you, John. That's what I do. I just tip my hat and I say, thank you, Colonel. And we kind of move on. But yeah, man, that's good stuff. I'm trying to decide, guys. I'm really at a crossroads right now which way I want to go with this particular show. We're doing a little different in this one in the fact that it's just me and Belle having a conversation, and you guys are kind of observing said conversation. But we do got a lot to talk about. I'm not sure if I'm in the mood, man. It's rough. This is double rough out here right now. There's so much that's swinging around. And unfortunately, for most crypto people, the only way that you're really going to pull out of a nosedive on this one here is with leverage trading. I know I do not advocate for it because you will get your lights put the fuck out quick. But with the massive volatility that we have right now, and I don't see that stopping. And it's not even volatility in crypto. It's volatility in the Dow.
Yeah.
And because
it's everywhere.
There's a goddamn wild card sitting up there right now, and nobody knows what the fuck this guy is going to do, what the fuck this guy's going to say, how the fuck this guy's going to act. And if there's one thing that investment markets like, it's predictability. There is none right now. There is absolutely none. But for what it's worth, even though it aged me 5 years to do it, I've been wildly profitable over these last 3 days. And all it takes is, 2,000 or 3,000 point swings in the Dow Jones Industrial Average to go ahead and do it. They're going to be talking about this. They'll be talking about this way after the fact, ex post facto. They'll be coming back, and all of the experts that missed it here will tell you exactly what happened, why it happened, how it happened, and how it will occur again, even though they can't tell you what's going to happen right this second. Yeah, there's fucking soothsayers. I mean, all these goddamn guys. But if you could pull your nuts out on this one, Belle, I don't, pull out your little lady nuts, and
Well, okay.
Drop it all on Levana and long and short the shit out of stuff with very, very high leverage positions. You're going to make some bank right now, man. It's rough, but you're going to make some bank right now.
Well, I'm just going to throw out here, okay? It's well known that women do have nuts. They're just bigger and higher up.
I don't know. I guess it depends on how you identify them as now. I don't know all the rules, Belle. I'm staying out of it.
My girls are girls. Okay. I'm just throwing it out there. They are all natural, no silicone parts.
Well, I got man boobies. I mean, they're not squishy or nothing, but I got man boobies. I guess that would kind of be okay. So yeah, we're kind of struggling which way we want to go with this one tonight. I wasn't sure. I'm not expecting a big turnout. We don't have any guests tonight, so I'm not really expecting a whole bunch of people to turn out. But we really haven't had just a bullshit stream in a good long while.
No, we haven't.
And maybe it's time. We always try to stay on point. We always try to give what the audience wants, which is usually crypto news, information, and opinion and all that shit. But I'm so fucking bored with it right now. I'm bored with it, Belle, because of Sigya. That's why I'm bored with it. We can continue to sit out here and fumble fuck around from an investment standpoint, and I can scratch and claw out my 1%, 2% day after day, which is, fantastic, by the way. That's the corner office. We dismiss it because it's crypto. Oh, you only made 8% today? Yeah, it's fucking a lot of money, dude. All right, 8% is a corner office, pretty secretary, sexual harassment suit. It's all of those things that are coming your way. And we just kind of poo-poo it out here because, it's all about home runs. Nobody wants to get singles. Nobody wants to moneyball it out here. They don't want to just be profitable day after day after day. I don't even care if it's $50. That should be, honestly, for most people out here, that should be your goal, is to make $50 a day. $50 a day is $1,500 a month. For most people, that's a mortgage payment. That's 2 car payments. It is private school. It's a lot of things that you can do with $1,500 a month. And all you have to do is make $50 a day to do it. Now, I'm not dismissing. I'm not saying that that's easy, but I'm saying that it's possible. And when you get into these really, really volatile markets, unfortunately for the people who don't take advantage of everything that TradFi offers, because let's be real, we're TradFi now. All right, we're TradFi without my name on the trade, but we're TradFi. Whatever happens in traditional finance is going to affect crypto huge. But for those of you who really haven't gotten into that, as far as how do I short, it's critically important right now that you learn how to short, what you should be shorting, when you should be shorting it, what should be going on over there. It's a delta neutral, man. You guys, you need to be chasing delta neutral out here, particularly with the volatility. But if you can catch the knife, if you can catch it both ways, it completely makes your month. It will absolutely completely make your month. I had big hits, big wins. I'm good to go. Going to sit in stables, and I'm going to wait out this kind of volatility. That should be the goal of every investor out here right now. Builders are going to build, even though we've diminished even the word builder. It doesn't matter. It's a catchphrase. It's like I'm waiting for the drum fill afterwards. What are you doing crypto? Well, I'm a builder. The fuck you building? Well, it's so complicated you wouldn't understand it. So, yeah, you're probably right. I wouldn't understand it.
Don't we have a drum roll sound effect?
No, it's on the big stream deck, and that one's in there, and I'm tired of ripping my desk apart every time that we do a live stream. So you get what you get. We have applause, and we got Rick and Morty. All right, that's it. Those are the only 2 that are going to be sitting out there right now.
Does that mean I've got to get on Amazon and find the bigger one?
No, there's one in there. I just don't want to tear the desk apart. I make videos in there. I make videos out here. I'm tired of tearing all this shit apart every single time.
That's my point. Do I need to get a big one just to keep out here? That way you can leave your desk alone.
Yeah, probably. And then turn the little one into the remote kit or whatever. The
little one was supposed to go in the remote kit. So.
Well, I needed it for the studio because I still had to do videos in there. You don't know my burdens, Belle. All right, you don't know the weight that I'm carrying out here. But yeah, sadly, for most investors out there, the only way you're going to be able to hit your delta neutral out here is if you're going to start shorting. Now, there's a couple different ways to do it. You could do something easy like Levana, just something easy that you understand, like out here in Cosmos, something simple like Levana, and it's very, very straightforward. What token are you doing? Are you longing it? Or are you shorting it? You can use USDC to do it. You don't even have to hold the token. It's just stupid to hold the token that you're shorting. It makes no sense to me that you're holding the token that you're shorting. That doesn't work for me. So it's nice that you can use USDC in its place, because I want to bet against the asset. I don't want to have to buy the asset to bet against it. That makes no sense to me, but it's how most of this shit is done out here. That's why DYDX is so stupidly popular, because everything is cash over there, man. USDC, UST, USDD, whatever. It's a pure cash position over there, and that's what you're doing. It makes no sense to hold the asset that you're shorting. I can't mathematically work that out in my head, but that's what they had at the time. They smartened up on that. So yeah, that's really the only way that you're going to be able to navigate this right now. There's still the buy, hold, believe crowd. They're never, ever going to go anywhere. All right. Because they bought, doesn't matter when they bought. It's the fact that they bought. They're married to it now. They're emotionally invested in it, and you're never going to talk them out of it. So those guys, if you're that person, I really can't help you. You know, I appreciate what you're doing. It's not what I do. We have very, effective. We have very little in common, and it's not going to be a very good conversation. But there's plenty of crypto Twitter people and YouTubers that'll go out there and tell you how everything you're doing is right, and you just have to buy, just have to hold, just have to believe. It's just not anything that I settle with. So. Learn to leverage. That's it. I have nothing else. I have really nothing else I could put out on that, man. It's just learn to leverage. If you still want to play the brand new long token game, go for it, man. Whatever's coming out, buy it. Everyone will hype it up, tell you how you're making the right decision, and go ahead and pile into all of that shit. It may work out. It probably won't, but it's whatever keeps you coming back. We were actually talking about that today. I remember I was talking with you, or I was talking with Emery. I don't remember who we were talking about, but you know what crypto's missing right now? Celebrity endorsements. That's what we're missing. We are hugely missing celebrity endorsements. Tom Brady for FTX. I know we pretend because crypto is such a fish memory that if it didn't happen in the last 5 minutes, it never happened at all. But it did. And I don't remember how much money Tom Brady was in. If somebody remembers out there in the audience, fan, please put that in. But it was like 10 million, 20 million, 50 million or something like that. It was a lot of money that Tom Brady had.
I want to say it was like 15 million.
I don't remember offhand. But after the FTX collapsed, man, and that guy got butt fucked. I mean, it's Tom Brady. He's going to be fine. But after he got savaged over there, and Matt Damon. Remember Matt Damon? We're going to go boldly, all right? Because the way forward, folks, is to go boldly. And we all went boldly, and we listened to Matt Damon, and we all went boldly, and we all lost all of our fucking money, but we did it boldly. I was never anywhere near FTX. I was never anywhere near FTX. I don't do central exchanges. I don't understand why people do. But it was between. We don't have anybody anymore. I was thinking about that. Who would be a good crypto celebrity spokesperson? Because we need Retail 2.0 out here. Not because Retail 2.0 is going to make any money. They're going to get butt fucked. But it makes us feel better about ourselves, because we're now the people that are going to be sticking it to all these people that come in and buy these tokens, after the fact. After I've already lost 98% of my money on them, you get Retail 2.0 to pop in here. They pump my bags 12%, so I immediately dump 12% of the tokens, and I feel righteous about it. It's like, yes, there we go. I'm getting my money back bit by bit, Bell, day by day. And now that it's going up, it will always go up, and yeah.
You know what? I can name someone I think would be amazing as a crypto spokesperson.
Ben Affleck, Christian Slater, Ryan Reynolds. Okay, why don't you go?
Yeah, how about Code de Pablo?
Who?
She played Ziva on NCIS. She's Argentinian, I think, but she was playing an Israeli.
I have no idea who the hell you're talking about. I don't like NCIS or FBI or LAPD, or I don't like government. we're going to strong arm and beat the hell out of the population because they don't know what their rights are. I don't like those shows. I don't support those shows. I don't participate in those shows. You know what a good one was Magnum P.I. That was a fun one. Tom Selleck, Private Eye, and Rockford Files. You know, James Garner, Jim Rockford, you know, doing his life and working his magic out of that shitty trailer because they were just private detectives. All right. They didn't have the full government backing them and never having to worry about where their check is coming from and shit like that.
Yeah. Hot.
Yes. But I don't know who the fuck that is.
Nobody is really going to care. Hot. That's what they're going to care about.
Well, you know, I don't know if you really need hot. You know what would work? There was a staggering statistic that came out. If you had to make a guess, how many females are there in this country between the ages of 18 and 24?
Oh. God, that's a tough one. We'll say 1.5 million.
There's approximately between 12 and 14 million females in this country between the ages of 18 and 24.
Wow.
Now, why it gets interesting is because there are 1.2 million OnlyFans creators between the ages of 18 and 24. So that means 1 out of every 10 females between the ages of 18 and 24 on here is on OnlyFans. 1 out of 10. So if you go to a party and there's 50 girls there, at least 4 of them are doing OnlyFans. So why not start advertising on OnlyFans sites? It's clear everybody's going there. It's clear that, I see these videos of these 23-year-olds and say, I finally got my great big mansion and I need to thank 250,000 men that helped me pay for it. And shit like that. Look, man, there's the money shot is right there. All right. Or get Matt Damon back. You're going to need some kind of celebrity endorser to come back and get him there. But nobody's going to tie their name to this shit. Nobody's going to come around crypto. They all saw it blow up. Everybody saw it fucking blow up. So it went from, celebrity, oh my God, this is a real thing. FTX manipulating the market, Celsius, Three Arrows Capital, all the other shit. You got your celebrities in. You blew them right to fucking pieces. And then, now there's nothing left. So nobody's coming back here.
No.
And we didn't learn anything. I mean, we didn't learn fuck all. We still just building more DEXs, building more tooling, dev tooling. That's my favorite. All we keep doing is that. It's nothing that's going to be appealing to anybody outside of the crypto realm. There's nothing there that's going to be appealing. I mean, how would you even start to sell this? How would you even start to get like Aunt Juanita into crypto? How would you even start? What would you explain to her that it's suddenly something that's missing in her life and she's willing to put her money on the line for it?
See, I've actually tried to talk to her about this and she just, okay, it all goes over my head. I don't understand it, so I won't touch it.
Did you tell her about Matt Damon? Did you show her the Matt Damon FTX commercial?
She did know about that at least. And
did you show her the commercial? Because Matt Damon told us to go boldly. So I'm just wondering how many people did.
She wasn't that impressed.
I'll talk to her. I'll send her the commercial because I shouldn't have to explain this, man. I should just let Matt Damon explain it. He's gonna be the guy, or we'll let the puppets explain it. This is funny. All right, this is actually funny. So we're doing, we've been doing the OmniFlix stream, and aside from Nuclear Chicken, I don't think anybody joins us over there, but it's on OmniFlix Saturday night, 1800 Central. Oh, Topcat's been over there too. Tonight's this Saturday's movie is titled Head. Just that, HEAD, and we're using this because we're going to segue it. We're hooked up with both the producer and the director of this movie. They're going to be on the show with us on Tuesday. So we're going to do a screening of Head. You're going to hear us talking all over it. It's MST3K style. And then we get to talk to the producer and the director about it on Tuesday. The shows are free. Yeah, it doesn't cost you fuck all, but just tune in. But this one is very, very unique because this one is a very hardcore slasher movie done with puppets. No shit. It's done with puppets. So you're not really going to see a bottom half of too many things out here, but it's done with puppets. And Chris literally recommend. I just talked to him today. I said, dude, we're doing one of your movies this Saturday, man. So give me, what do you recommend the highest? And he said head. You got to do head. So it's puppets. Now, the neat thing is that the director of this particular movie also makes puppets. So I have to ask him and have him get a price because I want a Scott puppet and a Bell puppet. So we can, when something really, really simple happens out here in crypto and we have to explain it, we'll put the dais right here across the stage and we'll do the whole show with puppets. The Scott puppet talking to the Bell puppet, and we'll just shoot it right here, single frame. And yeah, I think that's a good way to get a point across. Why not FTX use Matt Damon? All right, we're going to use fucking puppets. So when people, it's like, okay, how are you going to explain this to a 5-year-old? With puppets, with fucking, hit the applause button because that was funny. I was saving that one. How are you going to explain this to a 5-year-old with fucking puppets? That's how we're going to do it. And a little Scott puppet and a little Bell puppet. And I think that's going to be great. I have no idea the quality of the movie, guys. I have no idea. Chris says he likes it. I'm a big fan of horror, and the more campy and kitschy and niche and all that other stuff, the deeper you go down the rabbit hole, the more I like it. This is a puppet movie. And I asked him, I was like, dude, what is the big deal here? He's going to say they all start getting their heads cut off. And I okay.
Spoilers much? I mean, come on.
It's got a 62-minute runtime. Even the people who made this could only figure out how to keep this going for 62 minutes. But he did say watch all the credits because there's a little special kind of a bookend around the back of it. So Chris has got his name on like 50 fucking movies. I mean, the guy's been doing this shit forever. And that's the coolest thing is you bookend them. So you're starting to tie this movie to this movie to this movie, and the guy's been doing it long enough that he certainly knows how. So yeah, he said you got to watch it through the credits. How could I not? I want to see it, but most importantly, puppets. That would be funny because who else out here is talking about cryptocurrency using puppets? Who's doing that? Oh, nobody. That's right. We're going to be the first. I cannot fucking wait for that. So a Scott puppet and a Bell puppet, and we're just going to, we're just going to have a go with it. I think it'd be hilarious.
Oh man, if they can make the hands of the puppets, so if they can give the puppets hands, that way we can swap out what the puppets are holding, that would be even more hysterical.
I have no idea what they could do. I didn't preview the movie. I didn't look at the trailer. I have no idea what we're in for on this. We're going to be finding out. But I got to have those puppets. And who better to talk to than the guy who makes puppets? He'll be on the show on Tuesday, by the way, guys. You can come up here and see the producer and director of the movie Head, which we're going to be screening out there on Saturday because we have to penetrate more communities. That's what we're doing. One, I love horror. I'm a huge fan. Again, the campier, the better it is. I actually stay away from modern horror. I don't care for all the special effects and, the bigger budget horror movies. I really don't care.
They're just not original. At this point, okay, we've been there, done that.
Art the Clown is fantastic. I absolutely love Art the Clown from the Terrifier movies. If you guys haven't seen, I actually got a signed Terrifier 1 poster. And Art the Clown signed it for me, and he put, hey, "What's your name, Scott?" He started writing all this shit out there on that. I got it over in my my special case, so I got the signed movie poster from Terrifier 1. And, their whole niche with that, their whole kick with Terrifier is the over-the-top violence. I mean, it's just, in part 1, they took a pretty blonde lady, stripped her naked, strung her up between two things by the ankles, and he sawed her in half with a hacksaw. That is over the top. Oh my God, what the fuck are you doing here kind of movie. And I just dine on that shit. I love it. I don't care about acting. I don't care about that stuff. Make it at least passable. And there's beauty in destruction. There's beauty in really, really bad movies. I can find the magic in these things. Just about every woman on the planet has got something that is absolutely unique and beautiful to her. All the way around. I spend my life looking for that thing that is unique and beautiful. I don't care what she is. Old age doesn't matter. Body doesn't matter. None of that matters. If you got a beautiful personality and it's just fun to be around, fuck yes, I want to be around you. You could just be this, complete and total bitch, but you have lovely hands. I'm still going to point out, boy, you have lovely hands. You're a fucking horror. I mean, this is it. This is the last word I'm ever going to say to you. You have lovely hands, but that you are a horrible bitch, and then just kind of walk away. And I'm just saying, everybody has something. And all of these horror movies have something that make them special. Now, I've never seen a slasher movie done with puppets. So color me intrigued here, Belle. All I'm saying
I am not judging you for that at all. I'm interested. I'm looking forward to this one.
Well, I want to stay friendly with them. You guys know I'm a writer. I've been a writer my whole life, and I like writing horror. I like writing macabre, dark comedy, that kind of stuff. That's kind of my niche. And when I was out there in Africa for a year, I had nothing to do, nothing. So all I did was write. And I mean, I have just piles and piles, just short stories. I don't write novels, man. I get bored and I got to move on. But I just have these short stories to hell and gone. And I've been hitting up Chris. Look, man, what do we got to do? What do we got to do to get this made into an anthology? 5, 6 stories all baked into one feature length little movie here. What can we do about this? And he fired back so quick. He said, look, we'll get you some directors. We'll hook you up. You talk to each. You need to have each one of these shot by a different director. Or if you don't do that, then it's the same director's
vision,
flavor, and vision that's going to be on each one, so that the stories stop looking unique. They're unique stories, but they're all shot the same way, from the same perspective, the same director. He said that had to work. So you got to hook up with 5 or 6 directors. And I said, how much would it cost to make some of these things? He said, well, $5,000 would be a good budget for a small little 7 to 12 minute little movie based on one of these stories. He said $5,000 would be a good budget. So I was looking at that going, holy shit, Belle, I can make a movie for $50,000. And that includes marketing. I mean, all the way up there, that would include marketing. It's not like we don't have enough going on. But Siggy is going to be a big hit. And what we have to do is penetrate communities. That's it. I mean, we're way past just advertising Web3 and write little Twitter posts and shit like that. That doesn't work, man. You're going to have to get into communities. And to get into communities, people have to like you. They're going to want to tune in. So that's what we've been doing here. That's why me and Belle have been branching out so much into the stuff that we like and the stuff that we're really passionate about. But we're doing it for a reason, and that reason is hanging on that wall right there, because every day our guys are making more and more breakthroughs, finding out new ways, more efficient ways, better ways of doing all these things. And every time they do, our costs go down even lower. So I'm already spending money we haven't earned yet, but I know that it's going to get there. And a feature-length anthology based on shit that I wrote, it's like, fuck yeah, I'm there, man.
That would be amazing.
I do pretty dark stuff sometimes. I was in a weird place. Africa's a weird place, and it is lonely as fuck out there. You have no idea. But it's you kind of armor yourself, and the way you armor yourself is you have to take like mental enemas. So a good way of a mental enema is just writing something that's just over the top violent, and you say, okay. Whew. It's like having a really good orgasm. You're just like, okay, I'm better now, and then you can sleep. So, yeah, there's a lot of darkness in there, but there's some creepy stuff. I mean, there's some funny stuff. I like the comedy aspect.
I mean, you've sent me a few of them, and I mean, one of them is basically Marketer for Hell. I mean, that one was awesome.
Oh, I can't use that one.
Why?
I can't use that story. I was talking to Guy about this. And he said, dude, did you base this on this? And I was like, did I base this on what? And he sent me a link, and it's called Your Pretty Face is Going to Hell. So I watched a couple episodes, and I was like, fuck, did they scoop me? Did they literally, like, almost frame by frame on most of the shit that they did, that they shot all this? And I never saw it. I've never seen I got it queued up. I'm ready to watch them all, because I was like, well, this is funny. They did it right. They did it as a series. See, I got stuck in the story. I couldn't figure out how to end it. So I got stuck. I was fourth wall breaking that thing. I was like, and the writer has to pause for a minute because he has gotten himself into a hole and doesn't know how to get out of it. So I was literally fourth wall breaking in there. But they did better. They did it as a series. Your Pretty Face is Going to Hell. And I have to watch it now. Yeah.
Well, okay, yeah, you can watch it, but dude,
we're too close. I don't know.
How on earth would they have gotten?
Even the wearing of the khaki pants and the orange polo shirt with the really, really faded icon that you have to look close to see. They put it in there. I was like, Jesus, did I get scooped? I mean, I know I've emailed these things back and forth. Did somebody get that email? Because that would be funny, actually. That would be hilarious. I just took it, intercepted my email, or got into my email, saw the shit I was writing, and said, it is pretty funny. I wonder what we could do with it. And then out it comes. That would be funny. There's no way to prove or disprove it, but that would be funny. But they got the same shit that I have up there. But Guy told me some of the little bits of it. There's some demon down there, and they have to masturbate the demon, like daily, or the demon goes crazy. So they figured out, hey, why don't we bottle this and send it up to Earth as an energy drink? So, so the energy drink got really, really popular because I don't know what demon jizz smells like, but or tastes like, but apparently it's popular. I've had Monster Energy drink. That tastes like fucking refried asshole.
Ew,
I do not understand how people get into that shit so much.
Red Bull too.
Yeah, it was just.
You know what? The demon jizz was the main ingredient in Red Bull.
I will give you that because, but then they end up getting very, very profitable on it. So they have to masturbate the demon more and more often, and they end up killing it. But that's the way to go. That's how I want to go. I just want to finish and grab my heart and lights out, man. That's the way we all want to go.
Wow.
We all gotta have dreams. Well, do we have any comments? Anything?
Well, yeah, we do. All right, so
based on this, what's the fuck's the matter with you guys?
Yeah, I'm going back to the top. Yeah, okay. Nuclear chicken. Scott, show us those fuzzy slippers.
Oh yeah, these are the fuzzy old man hairy feet slippers. I like them. I think they're cool. But I just realized today that there is actually a left and a right to it. So the biggie, this little piggy that went to market is actually in the right position on both shoes. So there's a left and a right. I had no idea. Thank you for noticing, sir. I'll carry on.
All right, nuclear chicken. Oh no, Bella is looking down on Scott. No, only joking, of course.
No, I'm pandering. If you guys need to learn fallacy of division, and we've been talking about this. I made tons and tons of videos on this. People just don't care. One of my favorite things as a writer and as a person who argues for a living are illogical fallacies. I love fallacies, man, because you can use fallacies. It's like the heart of propaganda are fallacies. So fallacy of division, it would be a perfect application of what's going on here. So it's not Belle that's looking down on me, feeling like she's morally superior to me. It would be me pandering to her, because this is my way of saying, I don't care how big or tall you are, you'll never be a man. You'll never be what a man is. So that's the way that you would argue this, guys. This is my wheelhouse. I know exactly how to do this.
You know what? I wouldn't want to be a guy. I mean, think about the wake-up call you get every morning. No, thank you.
Yeah, you say that now, but deep down, you really want to be a guy. You do. I think all women want to be guys. I also think 98% of all women are bisexual. I believe that to be extremely accurate.
I mean, that part probably is.
You see that? There, I know things, all right? That's what happens when you get this old. We drink bourbon and we know things. That's it. That's our entire life. The lighting on this is horrible. I recognize that, guys. I just don't give a fuck. All right, we've been going show after show after show, and eventually you just kind of got to let your hair down. And clearly that's not a problem for me. But, the hat was necessary because those kickers are like beating the shit out of me. Anyway, carry on, Bill.
All right, so nuclear chicken, Bella loved the shirt.
Power bottom, man. You know what? The only problem with power bottom is Osmo. That's it. It's only paired with one token anymore, and that's osmosis. And Osmo ain't doing so hot. There should be a lot more fucking discussion from all of the talking heads out here, from all of the Cosmos talking heads. That should be front and center every day. What are you going to do, Osmo? How does Osmo come back? Yeah. It should be the only thing that we're really talking about. As a matter of fact, I think it's more important than Adam. But we don't. We dismiss it, so it doesn't really matter. But, as long as Osmo is going to stay around 20 cents, which Bitcoin would have to go to 160 to get Osmo to 35 cents right now. So as long as all of that's happening, then we're pretty well screwed all the way around, including the beloved power bottom. I don't think anybody else owns it but me. I'm just sitting there with like I don't know, $100,000 worth of liquidity in that I can't do anything with. So that's fun. Anyway, carry on, Bella, and that is a beautiful T-shirt.
All right, nuclear chicken. Wait, is Scott drinking coconut and not whiskey? Yeah, no.
You shouldn't be?
It's both.
You guys, are you listening to me tonight and just not watching? Look, man, I get it. The frame is bad. A perfect fix would have this, Bell. We could have tilted the camera 45 degrees, and that'll do it because that's the AI auto mount. And if I told it to tilt 45 degrees, it would. So in that case, we'd both be head level, or I'm sorry, I'm doing it the wrong angle. We would both be the same height all the way across. We would just be tilting the camera, which is a movie maker's tool to show mental distress. That would have been appropriate for tonight. That would have been perfect because I'm under mental distress. I'm not. I'm fine. Anyway, go, Bell.
All right. Anyway. G. Torres, Bella loved the matching hat and shirt. According to the shirt, Belle, you deserve the bottom seat.
Hit the button.
Wow.
You got to hit the applause button when you get it going.
Wow.
I don't think the hat match. The hat is Mickey Mouse. Her hat is fucking Mickey Mouse. I don't think Disney would approve of that match right there of the Mickey Mouse hat and the power bottom shirt. I don't think it should. By the way, you should buy power bottom. That's financial advice. Yeah, you should definitely do that, man. Go ahead, Bill.
All right. So, nuclear chicken. First alcohol I ever drank was Mad Dog 50/50 in the service. I didn't drink anything after that for a while.
No, why would you, man? Look, that's akin to smoking oregano. I mean, that's a close thing. You think you're going to get alcohol and something good, but all you get is disappointment and shame. That's all you get out of that shit. Look, man, if you're going to play the drinking game, which clearly I do drink, I plead the fifth of Jack. I plead the fifth of Jack. Belle doesn't get it. Yes, I drink. So I'm very comfortable with other, but that's not alcohol, man. I'm sorry, dude. It's you're going for cocaine and you end up snorting chalk dust. That's about the same thing, man. I feel like something's happening, probably, but not what you wanted to happen. No, Mad Dog. I don't think I've ever been that. I'm talking about it, so clearly I've drunk it before. But I was 14. You know, you take whatever the fuck you can get. If it's Mad Dog, oh my God, we're gonna get liquored up on Mad Dog. Yeah, that stuff is absolute rock gut horse piss. But it will get you there. I guess if that's your goal, just to get there, it will get you there.
How did you get stuck with Mad Dog at 14? And I got stuck with peach brandy.
We had Thunderbird wine, too. Anybody out there, show of hands, who remembers Thunderbird? This fucking shit is the worst. I mean, it's like a... oh, God, I'm trying to figure out how to even describe it. It's like a wine cooler mixed with battery acid. If you were to combine them just enough for flavor and pour a little formaldehyde in there and shake the hell out of it, you got Thunderbird wine. And it's exactly what you think. It would be like, I guess that's it. If you ever, a mythological Thunderbird, if you were to orally gratify it, that's what's coming out. So cheers, man. Bon appetit. It's crap, but again, it will get you there. Belle, carry on.
All right, dude. I came in to watch the stream and chuckled at the orientation of Scott and Bella.
The orientation? Oh, yeah. No. I'm pandering. The only way we can make it better is if Belle would kneel down there, kneel all the way at my feet and give me one of my swords and just let me hold it. So I'm on my throne and she's bowing. There you go. Now we got it. But, it's a comfortable chair. I didn't realize it. I bought these things just for, giggles. I didn't know this is pretty comfortable. I mean, I'm feeling very cruise shippy right now. They're waterproof. They're everything. I feel like I'm on a cruise ship.
All right.
Bow to me, Belle. Do it. Bow. Do it. Give me a big sword and I'll just hold it. We'll take a picture. I'll post it everywhere. Wouldn't that be fun?
It'd be hilarious. We could do that after show.
Okay. Carry on, Belle.
All right. So anyway.
She ain't going to do it after the show. She's full of shit. Go ahead.
All right. Nuclear chicken. Google says Tom Brady lost $30 million in FTX.
Yeah, that's about right. So big round of applause to everybody for good decisions. Who the fuck is his financial manager? How did his financial manager let him get into that? I mean, are you borderline? I would have told Tom flat out, you give me $3 million, I'll save you 27. But if you do what you think you're going to do, you are going to get buried under all of this shit. And that'll easily be one of the worst financial decisions that you'll ever make. And he did it. And 30 million. There you go. Answer the question, Mel. We're there.
All right, Nuclear Chicken, whatever happened to that OnlyFans crypto secret admirers or something like that?
It was a scam from day one, man, like everything else that seems to circle around Secret Network or crypto as a whole. How can you fail at porn? I've never heard of such a thing. I have never heard. The easiest to penetrate and market thing on the entire planet is pornography. And for some reason, there is no blockchain-based pornographic anything. It further illustrates everything I've been saying.
Other than Kink B&B. That's the only thing even remotely close.
The hell is Kink B&B? People
set up houses to use for dungeons for BDSM play.
Is that blockchain based?
Mm-hmm.
Are they how would you know this?
Yeah, our mutual friend Kiz actually told me about this.
How would Kiz know about it? He doesn't even have a fucking wallet. He doesn't know shit about crypto. How does he know about it? I feel like you're deflecting here. I think that you knew it. You told Kiz about it, and you winked and nudged him and said, hey, if this ever comes up, I'm going to say you found it.
So he actually tried to look for products and didn't know that, and that one's actually on Ethereum, by the way. But
everybody out there, can somebody hook me up here and see if this is real or not? Kink B&B.
Kink B&B is real.
Take a look at it. See if you can find a what kind of really weird shit would crypto people be into?
They literally they rent out houses that are set up as dungeons. So
I want a house that's set up with people who will give me confirmation bias endlessly. I just walk from room to room and they'll all tell me how smart I am. And boy, you're doing stuff nobody else out here in crypto is doing. You're the smartest guy in the entire place. That's what I want. See if that exists. See if you can find that. I'll live stream it. Just people going around that just coming up to me, shaking my hand, telling me how smart I am. I'll pay for it. I need that kind of thing. Hey, you look great today, Scott. That's what I need. I need that in my life.
All right. Anyway,
I told you it was going to be a goofy stream tonight. All right, don't judge it here.
Idiot Fish talking about secret admirers. Spice is the perfect token for the platform.
Spice, yeah, but unfortunately, secret admirers launched their own token. That was kind of the kicker with it, and then that token showed up over on Solana. The secret token showed up over there on Solana. I literally did a video. I got more heat on that thing. You don't get it, dude. They're just trying to import liquidity. I was like, yeah, they're trying to import liquidity so that they can exit with it. Are you fucking stupid? How many times do you have to get slapped in the face before you duck? But apparently at least one more time, because that's exactly what they did. How do you fuck up porn? I don't get it, man. That's the easiest market in the fucking world.
I don't know.
1.10% of all females. Toot, you can fact check me on this. 10% of all females between the ages of 18 and 24 are on OnlyFans. This is fact. Documented fact. So if you know 12 girls between the ages of 18 and 24, one of them's doing feet shit. I mean, it just is what it is. Belle, please carry on.
All right. So, Nuclear Chicken. Oh my God, we need an Eric puppet. Have him use it when you ask him to explain something.
Oh, how funny would that be? Hit the round of applause, too. I like that one. We can get that one. Well, I mean, the director's going to be on there. If you guys could do us a favor, I don't ask that. I don't ask that much, man. But if you guys could do us a favor, please tune into the stream on Saturday so you can see the horror that we're going to be looking at. Horror. I made a funny bell. So that you can see the horror we're looking at. And then join us on Tuesday to talk to the producer and the director. Because if we get a good response, they'll come back. And if they come back, we're going to get Eric puppets. All right. We're going to get everything that we possibly can. And we will literally do puppet show night. Nobody in crypto is doing that. That is got comedy and satire fucking gold written all over it. I will write the scripts. This is what I do, man. All right, this is what I do. So yeah, if you guys could help us out, I'd certainly appreciate it. And the entire thing will be brought to you by Get in the Van. So let's see if anybody remembers. Toot got a good kick out of that one. The show will be brought to you by Get in the Van. It's gonna be great. That's entertaining, man. Look, we'll do the same content, but we'll do it with fucking puppets. All right, that's funny, man. That's different. Belle, go.
All right, so Nuclear Chicken. Scott keeps lifting his glass, but not taking a drink out of it. Funny. I mean,
I'm not sure what else I can do for you here, bro.
I mean, are you supposed to be, figuring out how to get your face in there somehow?
There's none left.
I know.
Could you hook me up a little bit? What is it? The microphone that's in the way, bro? Is that what it is? Because I'll move it out of the way, man. I assure you.
Actually,
hook me up. There you go.
Boom.
There you go. Now you can't tell that I'm drinking, but we're gonna go ahead and do it anyway. The mug says that it's probably whiskey. I assure you it is. That's it right there. It's going straight down. Which side did you drink out of? Because I don't want cooties. I don't want cooties.
It's alcohol. It's self-sterilizing.
Oh, you don't know. I'm gonna get cooties off in this. Jesus, man, I don't want cooties. Once you get them, you know what? You never get rid of them. They say that you can get a cootie shot. That's not the circle dot. That's not true. That's not true because I've done it and I still have fucking cooties. You get them forever. Jesus, that's a good pour there, Belle. It's like $150 bottle of booze and we're almost through half of it. And there's just two of us. We are executive alcoholics. Belle, carry on. Do your fucking job. Carry on, please.
You know what? I was doing my job.
God, this shit smells wonderful. I mean, it really does have an excellent bouquet if you're into bourbon. If you're not, you know what? You're wrong. Go ahead, Belle.
All right. So... G Torres, sugar-free Red Bull tastes all right. Not healthy, but the caffeine is nice. Sugar-free Red Bull sucks.
You know what helps, dude? I looked at, I read this and then I tried it myself. Get the sugar-free Red Bull and then load in Big League Chew. You remember Big League Chew?
I do.
Yeah. Take some strands of Big League Chew and shove it back in there. And, make it bubblegum flavored, sugar-free Red Bull. That's not bad. That's kind of a taste treat. You should do that. You should definitely do that. I don't know, Belle. They asked a question. I want to give an answer. I don't fucking know. Go.
All right, Political, regarding your OnlyFans girls comment. And 99% of men are trisexual. They will try anything once.
Agreed. Belle, carry on. I got nothing. I don't know how to elaborate on that.
Yeah, Nuclear
Fucking
Chicken.
Navy guy, dude. I'm a shellback. Are you kidding me, man? I'm disappointed in myself to this day from shit that I did when I was 19.
All right, so Nuclear Chicken. Scott, I still have my power bottom. Didn't sell.
Good for you, man. You and me. We're the only ones who haven't dumped it. We're still holding on to. You never know. You know what it is? What's funny, and I'm going to bring it up at the SIGIA board meeting, and I will carry the vote. That's the funny part. I will carry the vote. We are going to be, we're slotted to be pushing 30% of our revenue to buying back or to the SIGIA token. That's what we're doing. Same thing Jackal's doing. But I think 5% of it, because we are wildly profitable on this shit. I think 5% of it should go to Power Bottom. Let's acquire more Power Bottom. It's out there. It's a fixed supply. A lot of shit we can do with that. There's nothing we can do with it except pump it. But that would be funny because then I get to dunk on everybody. That would be the funniest part, is just so I get to dunk on everybody and have people buying a token called fucking Power Bottom. It's worth the 5% to me just to be able to do that, just to be able to say that. So, yeah, I'm all on board with that.
Nuclear Chicken. Wow, Scott doesn't realize that the comments come an hour after they're said. It must be the booze.
I don't look at the comments. She doesn't let me. Do you guys see how she cut my nuts off last night? I was having fun. I was just enjoying myself. Hey, party, let's do this. Woo, woo, woo. And she came over and said, no. That's what it is. I was verbally assaulted on my own show with eye contact. That was it. That's all it took, was that eye contact. That's why she doesn't. I don't let her in the studio. I put her down in her GIMP box, and she produces from there. I don't let her in the studio because it affects my rhythm. And that's it. I was going to go on a big ass tangent and it didn't happen. It would have been funny. Go ahead, Belle. If you would like, please continue. even know anymore.
Deep House Nation question: odds of skirmish with Iran? I hope not, but our foreign policy is run by warmongers.
We're not going to war with Iran. That's simply not going to happen. Iran would have to cause a great deal of provocation. If you guys remember way back in the day, there was a little country called Iraq. It's still there, by the way. But they'd been, Saddam Hussein was appointed by the United States. Man, we greased his way in there and made sure that he was supported so he could rise to power and supposed to be able to do our bidding. It's real spook shit. But then he went rogue, and he went so rogue that he invaded a little country called Kuwait. I'm sure you guys at least have to be somewhat familiar with it. I was over in it, man. I was there. I was hip deep in it, man, in the blood and the guts. While pussies like you were back here putting on headbands, protesting, listening to the goddamn Beatles album. What movie was that from? Anybody remember that? That was the greatest scene in a fantastic fucking movie. What was it? Anyway, he had to invade Kuwait before we actually could take any kind of action on that. And Iran spends a lot of time basically beating up their own people. We don't care about that. Jesus, look at Pol Pot. We don't care about that. You can do whatever the hell you want to your own population. They would have to leave their borders. They would have to openly and aggressively attack American interests or American military, American ships, something like that. Or they would have to leave Iraq. If Iran invaded Iraq, yeah, that's game on. But unless they do something like that, we ain't going to do fuck all. I know they're still spinning up centrifuges. Obama basically put the okay on that shit. So they're still, refining uranium and all that other shit, turn into weapons grade plutonium and all that. But they haven't done it yet. So until that happens, nah, man, we're happy. You do you, bro. That's what's going to happen. Nothing sells like fresh blood on the walls. That's all it is. So when you see these people that are running these bullshit stories and all that, man, they're doing it for clicks. Come on. Unless they break out of Iran, we're not going to do fuck all. Carry on, Bill.
All right. So Deep House Nation, Oral Gratification sounds like an alternative rock band.
I never thought about that, but yeah.
It does.
That's not bad. Here it is. Bella and the Oral Gratification are coming at you next. How does that sound? Does that work?
You know what? I think it's a name that we should pitch by Time Slayer because he's trying to come up with a band name.
How about Twinkie? Twinkie and the Oral Gratification. You could play the washboard. You get or play the spoons or something like that, because I know you don't play any instruments. But you play this, or little mini bagpipes or something like that. That'd be cool.
No.
We could do that. Can you river dance?
No.
Remember that guy? What's that guy's name? Michael Flaherty or something like that. His legs are like not attached to his body. They're just he's doing all that shit. Yeah. Can you river dance? Because if you could river dance, then it would definitely be Bella in the Oral Gratification.
No.
People will tune in for that. All right, you got to be unique. I'm trying to help here. Go ahead, Bill.
Oh, good God. Guys from Pictus, if any of you watch this stream, no, do not get with him the next time you see him to make that happen. No.
I will finance the entire thing.
No.
That is comedy fucking gold right there.
No.
Go ahead, Bill.
Just saying. All right, anyway. Nuclear Chicken, will the Tuesday show be on YouTube or Flicks?
Be on everything. And we'll even push it out there on OmniFlix as well, because it's part of the thing that we're doing over there on OmniFlix. Look, crypto needs more entertainment, and regardless of how you feel about us, that's pretty neutral territory when you're just kind of going MST, talking shit on movies and stuff like that. That's pretty safe ground. So I just think crypto needs more of it. We don't have any entertainment over here, and when you are getting savage day after day after day, you need some fucking form of entertainment. So that's the one that we came up with for now. Whatever we come up next, we'll move on. But I'd really like to get some penetration into that horror community, just because I love it so much. I mean, I literally want to finance films and just push out some of that goofy shit up there, because I love it so much. And it's important that you follow your passions.
All right, next one coming in from Idiot Fish. Question, is the Kepler browser the best way to get the chat and the movie?
Sadly, yeah.
I don't know. I think you actually have to let the team know that you need the chat enabled.
I talked to RJ today. He asked me specifically when we're doing it again. I said Saturday at 1800 Central. I will send him a message right now, making sure that the chat is enabled. But you are still going to have to be behind a wallet to do the chat. It's just the nature of their platform, man. I didn't build it. I'm just utilizing it. So if that's the way they want it, that's the way they want it. If you guys would like it different and we could get a big enough groundswell out here, I'm sure that they'll enable it for wallets or none. I'm sure they would.
All right, so G. Torres, Scott, do you think the Fed would intervene in the bond market if interest rates keep going up while stocks are dropping?
The Fed is going to have no choice but to intervene. I'm sure you guys can remember back to 2008. And that was the apocalypse. That was financial apocalypse. All of the bullshit platform, the no doc, no verification loans, just show up and have a pulse. And you got a $380,000 loan for a house. No income verification, no social security number, no anything. We created that massive, massive housing bubble. And anybody who's looking at that from the outside looking in is going to know that this is unsustainable and it's going to burst. And then it did. And the only thing the Fed could do at that time to try to save the U.S. dollar as we know it was to slash interest rates to zero. The next step, if that didn't work, would have been negative interest rates. Now, that's happened twice, not here in the U.S., but that's happened twice globally where they actually went to negative interest rates. One of them was Zimbabwe. And I have $1 trillion Zimbabwe bill framed up over my desk just to remind myself that fiat is horse shit. Fiat currency is absolute horse shit. And if I could have got some World War II German marks towards the end of it, where you literally negotiated the price of something, of the meal, before you were served the meal because the currency was devaluing so fast, it's a constant reminder to me. But the Fed's had enough bullets in the gun to slash interest rates to absolute zero and left them there for fucking ever. But they raised them back up now. So they do still have some ammunition. There is some shit that the Feds can do. And honestly, I think Trump's just forcing their hands. I think he's just fucking around. He's trolling the entire world right now, saying, watch what I can do with a tweet. And bang, there it is. You know what we were getting. I voted for him. We all knew what we were getting. They keep saying, is this what you voted for? It's like, does it piss you off? Yes, that's exactly what I fucking voted for, man. It's just voting for the comedy gold out here. But, yeah, the Fed's there. He's going to force them. Nobody wants to work with Trump in any way, shape, or form, aside from Elon Musk. Nobody wants to work with Trump at all. So if they're not going to work with him, he'll force their hand. And the way that he's going to force and is doing exactly what he's fucking doing. So, yeah, the Feds are going to cut. They're not going to have a choice. Belle, carry on.
All right. Jack Sparrow. Scott, on Iran, do you think some of it is hype? They're now saying they're now able to create nuclear-grade bomb material in a week? So what's stopping them? Once they have a bomb, that changes everything.
They've been talking about that for fucking 15 years. I mean, I was still on active duty when they were still talking about that shit. All the Iran, and they're going to have nukes, and yeah. We have, as the United States, you can say what you like about us, and everybody does, because it's very fun to bash on the United States right now. But we have the surgical precision that we could basically vaporize anything and you never even know where the fuck that shot came from. We do have that capability, and we've always had it. Political will back me up on this shit. Anybody who's in the military will back me up on this. If there was a threat, we would vaporize it. Literally vaporize it. You would never even know that it happened. Nobody would cover it. It's just all of a sudden the finger of God reached down here and just scrubbed out that little part of the map, and it's just fucking gone now. So yeah, they've been most of it's hype, but there's two things that you need to really make that thing effective. One, anybody can make a dirty bomb. All right, it's not that hard. They have the with the uranium and plutonium that they have right now and the centrifuges that they got spinning, they can make dirty bombs all day. But what are you gonna do with them? You know, who are you gonna hit? That's kind of the problem. Even with making a let's call it an atomic bomb. Sure, I'm sure they have enough fissionable material to do that right now. You also need a delivery system, and that's kind of the problem, is melding those two things together and making it a threat. Us, China, Russia, UK, any of the first world countries, man, we got satellites that are all up and over every single inch of this ground. We could absolutely see when the missile's being built. We can see when there's a warhead being loaded on it. We can see when it's being fueled, and it will never make it off the fucking pad, ever. That is no problem to fucking eliminate something like that. So while I appreciate the conversations, and I like to read them too, because there's a lot of hype and shit like that, you are completely fucking illusioned if you think that we would ever let them launch something like that, or put it on a truck, or move it from point A to point B to point C. It would never fucking happen. Jesus, I can zoom in on my house when the Google car goes by, because I always moon it. I want my ass visible on there. So if you look for my address, the last Google map, you're going to see my bare white ass pointing out at that thing. Yeah, with the satellite imagery and counterintelligence and shit like that we have going on over there. No, we know exactly what's happening. And if it was going to be a threat, a real threat, it would just be fucking gone and you'd never hear about it. That's my opinion. 26-year military vet seems to suggest that I'm probably in the ballpark on that. Anyway, Belle, carry on.
Oh, Lolo77.
That's a name. I haven't heard this. Is it a new person?
No, Lolo's been on before.
Oh, I'm sorry, Lolo. I'm sorry. I haven't heard the name much.
All right. What would the world look like if Kamala was in office?
What would the world look like? It would be a lot more sensitive. At least this country would be a lot more sensitive. Kamala is a creature, and I'm not saying like creature from the Black Lagoon or anything like that. I'm just saying that she is a created creature, a political creature. We get these things through, it happens in Congress, it happens in the Senate, it happens in the judiciary, everything constantly, like Elena Kagan or some shit like that. These are just political creatures, man. They're back, they're funded, they're grown, they're built up and supported or dismissed at will, and that's pretty much what happened with her. They built her up, she took a run, it didn't work out, and she'll kind of fade away to non-existence. But it's what would the world look like? We were on an untenable course. The United States is still on an untenable course. We will absolutely have financial Armageddon. You cannot continue to spend with no accountability the way that we've been spending. You just can't. And, it's kind of funny with Doge in there doing their thing and finding all of the fraud, all of the waste, all of the abuse, all of the things that should have had people up in arms with tar and pitchforks. But we don't really do that. What we do is we attack the messenger. We never even defend or acknowledge the message. That's very, very basic Saul Alinsky type propaganda stuff. So it's kind of funny seeing it play out like this. What would happen? The same shit that's been happening. People are going to be the political class. There used to be, the poor, middle class, wealthy class. Now there's the governing class, and they're kind of sitting there riding that fine line between the middle class and the wealthy class. And they'll do whatever they're paid to do. They'll take whatever kickback is necessary for them to continue to, oh, you need me to say this, do this, act a certain way, pass this piece of legislation? Sure, but I have a re-election coming up in 4.5 years, so we're building the war chest right now. Maybe you can do something to help us out, and they do, and they get the vote. It's every bit as bad as you think it is, and then some. But when you get to the point where we're at right now, where the I'm trying to think of how to phrase this right, it's so unreasonable and so over the top that it's almost not believable at this point. And as long as you keep feeding into that, you're fine, as long as you have an enemy that you could target. And that's really all that's going down. She's a creature. I doubt that she has any kind of personal opinion on anything. It really doesn't matter. She will say whatever she's told to say. She will take up, get her dander up on something that she's told to get her dander up on. It's really nothing different it's really nothing special that's been happening in this country forever and ever and ever. It's Trump. Trump's a wild card. He's the one that they can't count on. He's the one that really they can't really intimidate him or lean on him or do any of that other shit. So, he's a problem. They need to make Trump go away. That is it. That is their sole goal, is obstruct and make it go away. Instead of, offering solutions yourself, because I'd be asking that. I mean, I think it's a fair question right now. What solutions would Kamala Harris offer? What would be her plan? Because I noticed that all these people have been eerily silent ever since Trump got in. They haven't said fuck all. And if you were serious about this is what you want to do. You want to be president. Your campaign never stops, ever. But for some reason, as soon as the election is over, what's the last statement that you heard from her, Belle?
Yeah, the last statement that I heard from her, was her concession speech. I haven't caught anything after that.
And nobody finds that odd. Nobody finds that odd. Yeah, I know you do. And I certainly do. But nobody finds it odd that the person who was within a few percent of being the president of the United States didn't win and suddenly just goes completely radio silent. Now is the time you got nothing to lose. You have nothing to lose. But for some reason, you don't hear fuck all out of any of them. So, yeah, it's a little bit odd. Anyway, what would it be? It would be status quo until we absolutely implode from overspending. And that's really all it's going to come down to. You can continue to ignore the laws of economics, and they are as real as the laws of physics. But you cannot ignore the results of ignoring those laws. And that's the path that we're still on. We have not pivoted off from that path. Hope that answered the question, Belle. Carry on.
That was actually the last one for the moment. We're caught up.
Beautiful. Well, we are over time, too.
We are.
Did you have fun tonight?
I did have fun, although we didn't get to make fun of anybody. Come on.
Every time we try, we never end up there. We always go on to something. We always go on to something serious, something real. We end up screwing it all up by trying to actually do our job in the best way that we possibly can do our job, instead of just fucking around and laughing at like movies. And Roadhouse was terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. I can go on and on and on about that. I know you like it. I know you like Patrick Swayze's butt. You get to see it in that movie. Fucking awful. Awful fucking movie.
And yet that one is also on your list of Desert Island movies.
And The Quick and the Dead, the remake of The Quick and the Dead. Did you ever see that? You ever see that movie?
I did see that.
It had how that could miss and how that could shit the bed so badly, considering the cast, that you got Gene Hackman, you got a real young Leonardo DiCaprio, you got a Sharon Stone. You literally had a really, really good cast, and you were remaking a classic. I mean, an all-time classic movie, The Quick and the Dead, and you remade that so fucking badly that it was comedy gold. And there's no way that you could set out to do that. You're not fast enough. And Sharon Stone, I am today. No, you're not. You're not, honey. All right. You're just that. And Russell Crowe was in it. For fuck's sake. Who else do you have to put in this movie to get people to watch it? And nobody did. Selma Hayek. Yeah, I guess. You know what I always get stuck on that one is Selma Hayek. And, she's brutally, it's insultingly pretty. Even at her age, she's in her, 60s now?
I think so, yeah.
Still fucking smoking. The vampire movie she did, the Quentin Tarantino one. From Dusk Till Dawn. Yeah. The whole pouring booze down her foot thing and Quentin Tarantino drinking the booze off from her feet. That's a scene that sticks with my head. You had Los Lobos up there that was playing that song. What was the name of it? Hang on, let's go there. After Dark. Always After Dark. Yeah. And she's up there dancing with the boa constrictor, and she's fucking sexy smoking. She holds her foot out there, pours booze down her knee, and Quentin Tarantino on there. I want to be a director just for something like that. It's like, oh, yeah, you need somebody with a foot fetish? Well, interestingly, I have one. So, sure, I'd be happy to, I'll take the shot there. I will take that for all the other actors so that they don't have to do that. George Clooney was in the fucking thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just endless. When Winona Ryder. No, it wasn't Winona. Ed Dummer. But yeah, such a good cast on that shit. That's what I think of whenever I think of Selma Hayek. You brought it up.
I did.
Yeah.
I
but
did.
Yeah, it's just bad movies that ended up had something that would redeem them. But The Quick and the Dead didn't. It sucked. It was It's my greatest comedy movie of all time. Is that fucking thing right there.
See, okay, that's Dogma for me. She was in that one.
She was. And Alan Rickman And
yes.
And Ben Affleck was in it.
Chris Rock.
Chris Rock was it? Yeah, no. It had a really, really good cast, and it was up there. But anything Matt Damon does, I can't watch. I fucking despise.
Dies?
And that's nice. That kind of works for me. But he also talks, but
he dies.
Yeah, but not bad enough. That's kind of the thing. Put him in a slasher movie. Let him start from his toes and work their way up. I'll watch that. But no, I despise the guy. I despise his politics. I don't want to support him.
You know what? Ignore the characters of Bartleby and Loki, and focus on Chris Rock and Selma Hayek.
And like I said, it was
serendipity.
It was a movie. I know a lot of people get very, very passionate about that thing, but I'm you know what, doesn't matter. I'm a Christian man. It was a little bit insulting, but I recognize it as an art, and people are allowed to go ahead and do whatever the hell that they want to do, but I don't have to come out and support it just because of that. I mean, the cast was great. I get what they were doing with it. I understand. But I don't want to. I watched it end to end. I just don't want to have to keep going back up there and put myself through that, because I was like, that's a little much.
You know what, though? They bring up a good point in the very beginning of the movie. God has a sense of humor. Look at the platypus.
Well, no, and I'm not taking anything away from that, but it's just not really where I'd rather watch a slasher puppet movie. I'm just gonna leave it there. I'd rather just watch a slasher puppet movie than something like that. But it is coming back around. It's gonna be out in theaters. You can't find it anywhere. It's not on a single streaming service. It is that controversial that it's not. And you know what?
It's expensive if you order a copy of it on Amazon.
And I've never seen The Passion of the Christ. I've never seen it. Because, you know what? Let me have my own relationship. I don't need people, coming up here saying you should think this way or this way. Let me have my own relationship, and you go ahead, you do you, bro. I'm not saying don't make the movie. I'm just saying I ain't going to watch it. So
fair enough.
That's kind of it. Is there anything else, Belle, or can we go ahead and roll out of here?
We can go ahead and roll.
All right. Hit that button next to that one, and you can go ahead and talk us up, talk us out, guys. We had a wonderful time. You'll see us again on Saturday. Go, Belle.
Which one?
The one next to the diamond one. There you go. It's just you now.
All right. Again, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who joined us this evening, we cannot say thank you guys enough. We do appreciate each and every one of you guys and the comments and questions you send our way. Now, with that being said, we're going to be on Omniflix on Saturday, correct? With the movie Head at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Definitely not anything crypto related on Saturday.
No. It's puppets killing each other. Fucking people need to lighten up. That comedy horror gold. I cannot wait to see this.
All right. In between now and Saturday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, if you guys have any other comments, questions, or concerns, definitely don't hesitate to reach out to either Scott or myself. Scott at ThePodocasts.com or Bella at ThePodocasts.com, and we'll get those answered for you. Again, we can't thank you enough, guys, and we'll see you next time.
The one that says end show. We are dropping new videos and podcasts every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. And be sure to look for us on Instagram, Twitter, and Parler at ThePodocasts. Also, visit our page at ThePodocasts.com, all one word, for all of our most current content.